Hello, you're listening to CentralCoastRadio.com. I'm your host, Kyle, and I'm going to be talking about another Fringe Festival show that I just caught. I wanted to get the word out on this one while it was still on. If you're lucky, you can get out and see it. It's called Con versus Con versus Con. It's a new comedy. It's playing at Motley Bauhaus, and well, there have been many great cons in history. There's Con the Fruiterer, Con Air, and yeah, now we have Con Curtis. Uh, One of the, I think, most innovative comedians of this year's Melbourne Fringe Festival. What's more, there's dozens of them in this show actually, and yeah, all of them are battling out for the elusive comedy belt. Well, yeah, Con versus Con versus Con. It's yeah, the latest show from comedian Con Curtis, and he's also a nominee for 2023's Golden Gibbo Award, named for the late Linda Gibson. The Golden Gibbo is awarded for local independent Melbourne Comedy Festival shows which buck trends, particularly in pursuing the artist's idea more strongly than it pursues any commercial lure, is how the official tagline for that particular award. I believe Moosehead put it out every year, and but I think it's safe to say that Curtis has achieved innovation as well as popularity, judging by just how packed the room was in the show that I saw. I mean, I must admit that I was taken aback walking into the Motley Bauhaus's Black Box Theatre, which is downstairs at Motley. I've seen so many shows there, all of which really have had really incredible set design, and this was the first comedy show that I've seen there with nothing but a mic stand on display. But I think the deceptively barren stage kind of gave a false. Um, it kind of belied the absolute insanity which was about to be unleashed. As Con Countess comes out, we see he really has this immensely confident and laid back stage presence. Something uh, he's someone that wants to bring the crowd together and just have a great time. We hear his musings on life, human connections, and he gets the crowd warmed up. But then we slowly introduce to something which makes the show so special, which is the sound effects. Some of them are handled by Curtis himself, and others by the night's technical whiz in the rear of the room. But it's hard to put into words. But this is where the show really starts to shift into high gear. The real meat and potatoes of Con's just truly eccentric comedy takes us on this journey, which is a trip through the different levels of Con's very mind, his internal thoughts, his fears, and his imagination. All the while, we're being pursued by alternative Cons, each with their own alternative audiences. If it sounds like an absolutely bonkers show, that's because it is. If you've ever wondered what a one man Die Hard adventure crossed with being John Malkovich would be like, then this is a show for you. It's creative and hilarious, and it's really unlike anything I've ever seen before. Con Countess's set features an incredible range of pantomime acting combined with dynamic lighting and the aforementioned sound effects. There were some technical gaffes early on, but I was impressed by just how smooth the show became once it picked up steam. There's lightsabers, musical interludes, grenades, and just tons of surprises, culminating in an all-out brawl for supremacy. I Yeah, I really I don't think I've ever been impressed by fight choreography in a one-man show before. Nor did I think that such a thing was even possible. Con Countess he's clearly a master of crowd work, incorporating it in such a way as to add to the funhouse atmosphere. A problem that I've noticed is crowd work often relies on the receptivity of the individuals in the audience. I mean, it's obvious, but it kind of does. The audience needs to be into it for crowd work to work. And with some performers, the audience is giving them nothing, and they've got really nothing to work with. But however, Curtis's stage presence has a contagious effect, and everyone joins in, despite being a full room. I think nearly every audience member got brought into the fun of the show at some point. I personally got asked my name, and then I was telekinetically slapped across the face in return. It was incredible. Yeah, con versus con is it's an energetic and hilariously insane hour of fun. I think it's a work of just mad genius from Con Curtis, and it's witty and inspired. And I really think you should do yourself a favor and check out the show at 2023's Fringe Festival. Now, Con versus Con, it's currently playing at the Motley Bauhaus until the 15th of October. So if you're lucky, you'll be able to get out and see it. Hopefully tonight, I believe, by the time this goes to air. And yes, if you're interested in tickets, check out melbournefringe.com.au. I would give this show 5 out of 5. I really did enjoy it, and yeah, highly recommend it. You're listening to CentralCoastRadio.com, and we'll be back right after this.